What's going on, guys? I want to make sure we know the basics into why we're selling over $20 million in South Texas. And it's pretty simple. Cutco makes sense financially. Down here in the valley, we have a lot of people that want to buy on a bargain and they want to save money. And we have a very low cost of living down here. You can see across the nation. And so if you're not hitting on page three during your demo, it could be a big caveat to holding you back. So I think learning page three is really important. And then, of course, pages six and seven on your manual. So remember, you can always scroll down here if you ever lose your manual, click download. But let's go down to these pages, guys. So you're going to see on this page, this is the reason Cutco is in business. So once again, you guys can always scroll down here, click this. You guys can see the example of the junk knife drawer. Everyone knows this is the reason Cutco is in business. This cost $4,000 to $5,000 over a lifetime. So yeah, they don't pay $4,000 up front for it, right? That'd be pretty bad. But they pay it over a lifetime. So yeah, when they're 30, 40, 50, they're like, I haven't paid $4,000. It's like, you're right. You probably paid about 1,500 to 2,000 at 50. What? Yeah, and you're probably going to live to, I don't know, 100, 90, 80. You still got some more to go, buddy. Over a lifetime, this costs about $4,000 to $5,000, depending on how bougie Mr. and Mrs. Jones are when they buy their knives at HEB, Walmart, or whatnot, right? So here's how it works. You need to know your disadvantages of common knives. You want to make sure you're using their knives. You're using their wooden handle, they're using their plastic handles. You're showing them the difference, right? Because you're getting their knives from the drawer from their house. Remember, we're comparing their knives to Cutco. That's one of the huge points of value. But another massive point of value is going over the different types of handles, going over how they're made, going over the different types of steel. But then, of course, putting price into perspective. The drawer costs about 4 to 5 grand over a lifetime, right? And so you guys want to make sure you're hitting on that. It's unsanitary, it's unsafe, it's unenjoyable. No one goes to their drawer excited to cook because of their knives. They go excited to cook only because of the food. You're going to be surprised when people buy Cutco, they actually get excited to cook a little bit because their knives kick butt, right? Now, 4 to 5K over a lifetime. It's not up front on one payment. So it's 4 to 5K over their lifetime. The 7 to 10K option is like if they go to Macy's, Dillard's, and you're going to see some customers, they got so mad at the drawer, they're like, I need a good set of knives. They go to like Macy's, the mall, something like that, and they spend 4 to 500 bucks on like an actual knife set, like a little butcher block. They call them butcher blocks, right? I had a buddy I literally just sold on a demo I did personally, and he said we replaced 3 butcher blocks over the past 7 to 10 years, right? So he's already gone through 3, and that's why he was talking to me. And he was like, hey, do they have that oxidation they have when you put them in the dishwasher? Because man, I gone through 3 butcher blocks already, right? He's been married for 10 years, right? He's in his mid 30s now, and he's like, yeah, we've gone through these sets already for a while, and they're adding up. And we ended up getting a signature set for the amount that he paid for 3 different butcher blocks. Could you imagine if I let him buy butcher blocks until he was 80? Man, that'd be giving him a disservice. I'm glad I gave him Cutco, right? Because remember, there's no guarantee. It's not made in the United States. They're usually sold in department stores that need to be replaced, and they're not dishwasher safe. That's what he kept having issues on, is he would throw all his butcher block knives into the dishwasher, and so it messed it up. As you guys know, Cutco is dishwasher safe, but on top of that, if anything ever happens, remember we are guaranteed forever. So hitting the forever performance, forever sharpness, unconventional use, but this unconditional return policy is massive because once again, especially down here in South Texas, having the dollars make sense for them on why they're going to buy Cutco, not just because it's a sharp knife, not just because it's way better than what they're using, but also because it's going to save them money over time. Which leads me to the last point. I hope you're using the money saver knives on your demos, right? The trimmer saves you money by not squashing the tomato. You're like, that saves you like $1, Nick. Yes. Over time, though, that's a lot of dollars. Think about that. How many times are you going to cut a tomato? Maybe once a week? That's a lot more weeks to go in your lifetime, right? Petite carver, cutting a pineapple. The pineapples right now, as of today in 2022, are $1.78. I saw half a pineapple in a little container that they were selling for $9 at HEB. They're like, we'll cut the pineapple for you and give it to you in the little chunks for $9. It's like, I'll buy it for $2 instead, right? And just cut it myself. You guys know the pineapple challenge. It's super easy to do with a petite carver. Even the butcher knife, right? It's also called a melon knife for the watermelons, the pineapples, all that stuff. But the whole chickens versus pre-cut chicken, that saves dollars every time you go to the grocery store. And then same with the slicer. You guys have seen the video probably. If you haven't, check it out. But the slicer video shows you how to cut the lettuce head within less than 20 seconds. And then you just toss your hands, throw it in a bowl, and you have your salad ready to go. And you dress it however you want to dress it. But the slicer saves you a lot of money too. So these knives all save the money. On the summary, it always does, hey, you're going to eat out less, at least one less time per year. So making sure you're hitting on that does help as well. But once again, it starts on page 3, guys. You have to make sure, and you're using your blue book. Remember, your blue book should be showing this page. And then I would even add a little butcher block page, because some customers, believe it or not, do get so mad at this drawer and they just don't know about Cutco that they go and get a butcher block set at one of the department stores. And that has its problems too. And they're spending about, I mean, almost over 10 grand probably. And with the inflation rates right now, it's probably going to be over 10 grand in their lifetime. It gets ridiculous. Why not do them the satisfaction of giving them a knife that will actually last forever? Even if it doesn't, it's guaranteed forever, so at least they don't have to spend money to get it replaced, right? Help these customers out. And when you realize that you're there to help them out and not just to make a sale, but actually help them out, not just by having sharp knives, but saving money too, it goes a long, long way.